everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway in Foxborough. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brady now on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today?
Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 60 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Forte, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. They find some open field here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense? No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
3rd and 4. One receiver left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. It's caught. He finds Norwood. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, this is Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Holding offense.
So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Folk's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
We focus our attention now on the Jets defense. Obviously a close game from the defensive standpoint. Maybe you don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Couple of Jets there in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Left side, it's Dorsett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And with that touchdown reception, we have a new single-season leader. We were waiting for this moment. We got to see it here.
How much fun is it that we were here to see it? And this guy's able to catch touchdown passes from everywhere. Red zone, out in the field. It didn't matter. You put in his vicinity, he carried it over the goal line.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack instead and holding them to no gain.
And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, here's Smith. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give them 15 more, and it's another first down.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Again they run, again it's Forte. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Forte with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt. Twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
He's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run,
Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
From the gun, here's Smith. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. Brief break in the action here. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Completes it to Norwood. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Smith. That one complete to Anderson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Smith throwing again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. On first and 10, Smith. Norwood's got it, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To the air again, Smith. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Fights off another. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing again is Smith. And he finds the tight end Rodgers. And a nice little quick spin. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take it up. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Folk's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
So the Patriots coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Got him incomplete. It's Chris Hogan. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And, oh, what a catch. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Now Dion Lewis to return. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a deep. Philip Dorsett by himself. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? And no options. He throws it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Throwing is Smith, and he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll try and get it with Forte. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 38 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
2nd and 10. Smith again. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the 1st, but instead it's 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He's got time. He's going to take a shot, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
To throw on second down is Smith. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
To throw is Smith, and Rodgers has it over on the right side.
Holding offense.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Again, it's Lewis. He takes this for 3 to the 29. It's Sylvester Williams there to bring him down. It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust. Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett joining only Gale Sayers as men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Forte. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That one complete to Anderson. 11 yards for number 11. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Drops it underneath to Forte. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
A give. This is Forte. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Finding time. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Smith now on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Forte with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And he is enjoying another fine performance just like a week ago. I mean, let's be honest, when he's playing like this, it creates a lot of matchup nightmares.
And it really does because it creates a ton of headaches. You tried to design so many...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
So out now come the Jets. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, it's Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down is Smith. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Gino on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack it back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 11. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Surveying the field. Still back there. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Yeah, that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 54 yards away. And that's off the right upright. And it